Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brienne with TwinFlameUnionWithin.com, and I'm also a certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe. So I wanted to make a little video today, and I oftentimes see people ask, how do I manifest my union? How do I be with my twin flame? Just kind of like a lot of helplessness or a lack of power. And power is love. I'm not talking about control or anything like that. You can't go bag up your twin flame and make them be with you, but you can choose union, and that is your power. And if you desire to be with your twin flame in harmonious union, then you choose it. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, that's way too simple. It can't be that easy, but it really is. You co-create with love. You co-create with the universe. You are the creator of your reality. So if you're desiring to be with your twin flame, you just make that choice in your heart. And then I know your next question may be, okay, well, so I make the choice. Well, then what? Well, that's easy. So you make the choice, and then anything that's out of alignment with that choice is going to come up to be healed. And that is the process. So let's say you choose and claim your harmonious twin flame union. Well, the process has begun. You've chosen in your heart, you've chosen in your core that you desire to be in your union, and because you and your twin flame are one, you make that same core choice together. In that moment, when you choose union with your twin chooses that as well, and that's the process. And you constantly, it's not a one and done thing. Like, you keep choosing your union, you keep choosing love. Your power is to choose love in every moment. So say you choose and claim your harmonious twin flame union. You can do that right now in your heart. Just drop down into your heart. Don't do it up here. Do it in here. Do it in your heart. But make that choice that I choose and I claim my harmonious twin flame union with my true twin flame. And you're going to feel, you can feel the energy shift in your heart, because the energy is aligning to that new choice that you've made. And you're bringing yourself out of that, the separation, the illusion of separation. Because in truth, you're already with your twin flame. It's just you're experiencing the illusion that you're not with your twin flame. And that is the lie. And that's what love heals. Love heals that, that belief that you're separate from your love, from your eternal lover, the one person that you desire to be with. So moving forward, as you make that choice, you're going to find that you have emotions coming up to the surface. You're going to have upsets. You're going to be triggered by others, not only your twin flame. Your outer reality is going to trigger you in many ways, but it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because each trigger is a gift. What I mean by that is each trigger is pointing to a place inside of your consciousness, in your heart, where you're misaligned with love, you're misaligned with truth. And in that trigger, that is an opportunity for you to go within and heal. And it's not the trigger that hurts, and it's not love that hurts. It's the resistance to inviting love into that space. It's the resistance to love. That's the only thing that feels uncomfortable. And you can choose to surrender that resistance. And that's what the twin flame journey is all about, is in this moment now, you're in union with your twin flame. Like, time is an illusion. You're with your twin flame right now. And so as you go deeper into love and you surrender into love by letting go of resistance and loving yourself, you surrender into that truth. And as you surrender into that truth, that becomes your natural state of being. And your natural state of being is in union, physical union with your true twin flame. And when you see that truth and you feel that truth and you embody that, then your twin flame is there with you physically as well. And you continue to ascend together into perfect union, which is your truth as well. And we're all in perfect union with our twin. Reality is an illusion. Like, attack isn't real. upsets are just pointing us to places within that are out of alignment with love. And the way that we do this is, and if you've been watching my previous videos, I speak on the mirror exercise. It's the spiritual tool that my twin flame teachers, Jeff and Shalia at Twin Flames Universe, it's what they've taught me and my other classmates and other members of the school. So we can do one together again. Just if you haven't seen my previous videos, we'll just go ahead and do another mirror exercise together. So it's 4 simple steps. And the first step, you identify the upset. So let's say, just say my twin flame is not speaking to me, right? Well, so I've identified the upset. I'm upset that my twin flame is not talking to me right now, right? Or not communicating with me. And that's a very common upset. So it's a good one to go with. So step 2, this is where because remember, your outer reality is a direct reflection of what's in your heart, what's in your consciousness. So your twin flame is mirroring back to you where you're out of alignment with yourself. And so step 2, you turn that back on yourself. So remember, step 1, I'm upset that my twin flame is not talking to me. So step 2 is I'm upset that I'm not talking to myself. Okay. And then once you've identified it, that's like owning the upset. You want to take responsibility for your upset. And on step 1, like if you're really frustrated about it, you can write it down on paper, like let it out, let your anger out, let your frustration out, like don't hold on to that. And anger also too is just a numbing out emotion. It's really hiding a feeling that's underneath, which is hurt, pain, upset. So surrender that anger and choose to feel your feelings, feel that feeling that's underneath there. So yeah, in step 2, claim responsibility for the upset. Because it's yours. It doesn't belong to your twin flame. It doesn't belong to anyone outside of you. It's yours. And remember that you have the power to choose love, right? It's not outside of you. You have that within you. So in step 3, you're going to ask your heart, not your head. You ask your heart. Because I say that because sometimes when I'm working with someone new and I say, well, find that place within you, or how does that feel? Then they automatically, our first reaction, especially when you're first starting to master the mirror exercise, you immediately go in your mind and you try to think about, well, where am I not talking to myself? And it doesn't make any sense, right? If you ask your mind, how am I not communicating with myself? That sounds really silly and ridiculous, doesn't it? And you're going to think like, well, should I be talking to myself? And that's not it. We're going deeper here into your heart. So in step 3, you're going to ask your heart, is there any truth to this statement? And here's a hint. If you're upset, you've identified an upset, then it's true. It's always true. So then step 4 is the most important part. You've found the upset, you've identified it, you've confirmed that it's in your heart. And so step 4, you can make a new choice in your heart, and you can choose to communicate with yourself. You can choose to connect with yourself. And I'll just share with you what this was a very common one for me, an upset that I was healing through. And what I found was that I was not communicating with myself by not feeling my feelings. And this is a very common one, because your feelings is what is guiding you, right? The feeling in your heart, like following that good thread, that is guiding you into all of your good, everything that you desire. And if you're numbed out to that, you're like a chicken with your head cut off and you're just running around all over the place. And you really don't, you think that you've got a sense of direction, and you somewhat do, but there's a lot of mismatching going on. And when you come into your heart and you follow your feelings and you're healing any upsets that arise, and you're getting more clarity in your heart, that's naturally going to guide you into everything you desire, including your harmonious twin flame union. That's why it's very important, and why this tool is so powerful, it is what is going to guide you into your harmonious union, and also maintain your harmonious union as you're manifesting your perfect union. So yeah, going back to that, then that upset for me, it was not listening to myself, not listening to my heart, not listening to my feelings, or feeling my feelings. And as you get good at feeling your feelings, you're going to notice that you move through upsets a lot quicker. Like it's gonna speed up. It's gonna be a lot easier. And it's always about making a new choice. You want to I choose to love myself here. I choose to accept myself here. I choose to have compassion for myself. You always want to choose to love yourself. And, all of that love that you're giving back to yourself, it's like you're filling your cup up. You're filling yourself up within. And you're shifting your reality inside of you. And your outer reality has no choice but to reflect that back to you. It goes back to simple law of attraction. And this is why I say again, this is your power. Your power is to choose love and to surrender and trust the process. Have faith. And something too, here's another good point, is sometimes a common question asked is, first off, you and your twin flame are one, right? So you have the same core upsets. You have the same core wounds. And a common question asked is, well, so I have this wound, but I don't see that my twin flame is experiencing it, or they don't seem to have the same, but they do. Because you're one, right? You're one being in two bodies, but you're whole on your own. Like, you don't need your twin flame to be, you're already complete. You're complete as you are, but your twin flame is your counterpart. So in this, because you and your twin flame are in two different bodies, that upset and that core wound is going to be experienced and expressed differently, right? You have your divine feminine and you have your divine masculine. And so let's say there's a core upset with rejection. Okay, well, the divine feminine may have experienced rejection from, let's say, her father in some way. She experienced rejection from her father. And so she has this core wound that she'll be abandoned by the divine masculine, right? And let's say that the divine masculine has a fear of rejection, and say that he was a lover, a previous lover left him, right, abandoned him. And so you see how it was a different experience externally, but you bring it back to the core, it's the exact same upset. So you can't always look to the external illusion and think that you're going to find your answers, or think, well, wait a second, they can't be my twin flame because they don't seem to have the same upset as I do, or it doesn't seem to look the same as it did for me. You can't look at that. It comes back to the core. It comes back to, just the upset in your consciousness, and you heal it. You can heal it for your union because you're one with your twin flame. You can heal that core upset of rejection within yourself, and that's naturally going to reflect in your twin flame. It heals within them as well. And so this is all bringing it back to your power. And remember, again, power is love. I know a lot of times people, or what I've experienced with clients before, when they're new to this body of work, they think that when I say power, that I'm saying control. And that is not power. That is, that's fear-based. Control is fear-based. And that means, like, you fear that you're going to lose something. Like, if you don't attach to it, you don't grab it, you don't try to go out and make it happen for yourself, that you're going to lose it. That is fear. That is control. Love is power. Surrender is power. Innocence is power. Peace is your power. Joy and happiness is your power. That is what power is. So choose to take back your power and choose and claim your harmonious twin flame union. And If you desire support in doing this, you can reach out and I'll give you a 20-minute consultation. We can meet and connect. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask in the comments section below. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you had some takeaways. And I'll be back with more. So thank you. Thank you for watching.